We find ourselves teetering on the edge of a world that relentlessly seeks to destabilize our resolve. In this world, we are continually confronted with a parade of fleeting pleasures and superficial comforts, each one a siren song enticing us away from our true purpose. The allure of immediate gratification and transient joys can be overwhelming, tempting us to abandon our deeper aspirations in favor of ephemeral satisfaction. Yet, despite these temptations, we must remember that we are not like those who are easily swayed by the capricious forces of fortune. We are not bound by the same weaknesses that pull others toward the shallow and the transient. Instead, we are crafted from the same enduring metal as the Stoics of old. These ancient philosophers, figures such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, embodied a strength and resilience that was forged through the practice of their profound teachings. Their wisdom reveals that true power and stability come not from the external world but from an unwavering control over our internal responses. The Stoics teach us that the essence of our strength lies within our own minds and hearts, rather than in the material possessions or external circumstances that surround us. In a society obsessed with acquisition and appearance, it is all too easy to fall into the trap of believing that happiness and fulfillment lie just beyond our grasp, in the form of the next new thing or the next great achievement. This seductive illusion drives many to a relentless pursuit of what they lack, fostering a sense of perpetual inadequacy and dissatisfaction. However, the Stoic philosophy offers a starkly different perspective. It challenges us to reject this constant chase and instead focus on cultivating a deep sense of contentment and self-sufficiency from within. To truly embody the Stoic mindset is to adopt a radically different approach to life. Rather than being driven by external validation or the acquisition of material wealth, we are encouraged to develop an inner sense of sufficiency and peace. This involves a profound shift in our perception, acting not as though we are perpetually lacking, but as though we already possess all the qualities and resources we need to live a fulfilling and purposeful life. This approach is not about complacency, but about recognizing and harnessing the inherent power and potential that resides within each of us. This Stoic approach shifts our focus from the superficial trappings of success to the more substantial and enduring qualities of character. By aligning our actions with the belief that we already possess the virtues we seek, we begin to realize that true fulfillment is not found in accumulating more, but in understanding and mastering the inner aspects of our being. This realization empowers us to face the world's challenges with a fortified inner strength, allowing us to remain steadfast and composed regardless of external circumstances. The teachings of the Stoics emphasize that genuine contentment and strength are not derived from external achievements or possessions, but from our ability to maintain internal equilibrium and clarity. Number 1. Act as if you own peace. In the tumultuous swirl of modern life, the quest for peace often feels like a mirage just beyond our reach. Yet true tranquility is not a distant dream, but a state we can cultivate from within. The Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius profoundly remarked, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom reminds us that peace is not a passive state we await, but an active force we command. To embody this peace, we must first master the art of controlling our inner world. Rather than waiting for the external chaos to subside, we must learn to cultivate an inner sanctuary amidst the storm. True peace does not depend on the tranquility of our surroundings, but on our ability to maintain composure despite them. This inner peace is not a fleeting state, but a steadfast, unwavering presence that we nurture through our thoughts and actions. Imagine approaching each day with the mindset of someone who already owns peace. This means actively choosing calm in moments of stress and clarity in times of confusion. By acting as if we are in possession of peace, we set the tone for our responses to external challenges. This proactive stance allows us to remain grounded and centered, no matter how chaotic the world around us may become. The practice of embodying peace involves a conscious shift in perspective. Instead of reacting impulsively to life's disturbances, we pause and remind ourselves of our inner strength. This shift empowers us to respond thoughtfully rather than being swept away by the tumultuous currents of life. It is a daily discipline that requires us to recognize and harness the power within us to shape our emotional and mental states. To own peace is to reject the notion that it is a condition reliant on external factors. When we truly grasp this concept, we understand that peace is an intrinsic quality we can tap into at any moment. This realization transforms our approach to life's inevitable ups and downs, allowing us to navigate them with a sense of calm and resilience. By embodying peace, we do not simply endure life's challenges, but approach them with a serene and purposeful mindset. This inner tranquility acts as a beacon, guiding us through adversity and reinforcing our strength. As we practice this daily, we gradually align ourselves with a more profound sense of inner calm, which becomes a cornerstone of our character. In essence, acting as if we own peace is not about waiting for external conditions to improve, but about cultivating an unshakable inner fortitude. It is a continuous journey of self-mastery, where we redefine our relationship with peace and make it an integral part of our daily lives. Through this practice, we discover that peace is not a distant goal, but a present reality we can live and embody at every moment. Number 2, act as if you own self-control. Seneca's profound observation that no man is free who is not a master of himself illuminates a fundamental truth about personal liberty and mastery. True freedom, according to Seneca, is intrinsically linked to self-control. It is not enough to merely resist external constraints. One must also master the internal forces of desire and impulse. To truly act as if we already own self-control is to fundamentally alter our relationship with our own impulses, transforming how we engage with every temptation and urge that arises. Consider self-control as the bedrock of your personal sovereignty. Visualize it as a grand fortress that stands resilient against the onslaught of momentary desires and capricious emotions. This fortress is not something we attain only after years of struggle. It is a domain we claim the moment we choose to act with deliberate intent. Each temptation, whether it's the urge to procrastinate, the lure of instant gratification, or the impulse to react impulsively, presents an opportunity to fortify this inner bastion. By adopting the mindset of already possessing self-control, we effectively transform these challenges into opportunities for reinforcing our inner strength. When we embrace the attitude of owning self-control, we approach daily temptations with a new perspective. Rather than viewing these challenges as insurmountable obstacles or testing our willpower, we start to see them as integral parts of our journey toward self-mastery. This mindset shift is crucial. It enables us to handle our impulses not as adversaries, but as partners in the process of building and maintaining self-discipline. Each act of restraint, therefore, is a deliberate reinforcement of our inner fortress, contributing to our growth and fortitude. Imagine navigating your daily life as if you are already the master of your desires. Each time a temptation arises, it is not a battle of wills, but a reaffirmation of your inherent strength. This approach involves embracing the discipline required to manage your impulses effectively. Rather than viewing self-control as a distant goal, acting as if you already own it means integrating this discipline into every aspect of your life. It is a continuous practice where each choice and action reflects your commitment to maintaining mastery over your own behavior. In practical terms, this means that every instance of resisting a temptation is a deliberate act of self-assertion. For example, choosing to forego a momentary pleasure in favor of long-term goals is a powerful exercise in self-control. By consistently making such choices, you solidify your role as the ruler of your own desires. This process is less about achieving perfection and more about maintaining a consistent practice of discipline. Every successful act of restraint reinforces your self-mastery and contributes to your overall strength. Number 3. Act as if you own contentment. Epictetus, a luminary in Stoic philosophy, imparts a timeless truth with the assertion, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This perspective challenges the pervasive belief that happiness and fulfillment are directly linked to the accumulation of material goods and status symbols. In an era where consumer culture continually drives us towards endless desires and a relentless chase for more, Epictetus's wisdom offers a profound and liberating alternative. It suggests that true wealth is not about the quantity of what we own, but about the quality of our inner state of contentment. Consider for a moment the nature of our daily lives. We are often ensnared in a cycle of wanting more success, more recognition, more possessions. This constant striving creates a sense of perpetual dissatisfaction, where contentment feels like a distant, elusive goal. Epictetus urges us to redefine this narrative by acting as if we already possess the contentment we seek. By shifting our focus from external acquisitions to internal satisfaction, we challenge the notion that happiness is contingent upon what we have or do not have. To act as if we own contentment is to cultivate an inner sense of richness regardless of our external circumstances. This practice involves embracing the present moment with gratitude and recognizing the value in what we already possess. It is not about denying ourselves joy or pleasure, but about finding fulfillment in our current state. When we adopt this mindset, we begin to see that our true wealth lies not in the pursuit of endless desires, but in the acceptance and appreciation of our present reality. This Stoic approach empowers us to break free from the chains of external validation. By internalizing contentment, we diminish the power of external factors, such as wealth, status, or societal approval, to dictate our emotional well-being. Instead of being swayed by the fluctuations of fortune or the opinions of others, we develop a stable, unwavering sense of satisfaction that remains unaffected by external conditions. This internal resilience allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater composure and equanimity. When we act as if we own contentment, we transform our relationship with material possessions and achievements. We shift from a mindset of scarcity, where we are driven by the fear of not having enough, to one of abundance, where we recognize the richness of our existing circumstances. This transformation is not merely a shift in thought, but a profound recalibration of how we experience and engage with the world around us. By embracing this principle, we also foster a deeper appreciation for the simple joys of life. Rather than constantly seeking validation through external means, we find pleasure in everyday moments and small victories. This perspective enriches our lives by highlighting the inherent value of our present experiences, fostering a sense of fulfillment that transcends material limitations. Number 4. Act as if you own wisdom. Wisdom is not a distant treasure waiting to be discovered with age or extensive experience. Rather, it is a living, breathing practice that can be cultivated and embraced at any stage of life. For those who follow Stoic principles, wisdom is not an abstract ideal, but a daily, actionable reality. As Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, wisely stated, "Well-being is realized by small steps, but is truly no small thing." This highlights the essence of Stoic wisdom. It's not about waiting for some grand revelation, but about making thoughtful, consistent efforts in every moment of our lives. To act as if wisdom is already ours means adopting a mindset of deep reflection and intentionality in our actions and decisions. Rather than waiting for wisdom to reveal itself through time or experience, we must practice it daily. Imagine approaching each challenge with the confidence and poise of someone who has already mastered the art of wisdom. This approach not only enhances our ability to deal with life's difficulties, but also accelerates our journey towards true understanding. In practical terms, this means making decisions and handling situations as if we are guided by profound insight and foresight. When we confront dilemmas, we should do so with the assurance that we already possess the wisdom to navigate them. This practice involves more than just superficial actions. It requires a deep engagement with our values, principles, and the lessons learned from our experiences. By acting from this place of assumed wisdom, we align our behavior with our highest ideals and foster growth in both ourselves and those around us. The Stoics believed that wisdom is not a destination but a continuous journey. They didn't wait for perfect circumstances to apply their philosophical principles. Instead, they practiced wisdom in every interaction, decision, and challenge they faced. This incremental approach, though it may seem small in isolation, accumulates into a powerful transformation over time. By consistently acting with wisdom, we build a robust character and cultivate an inner strength that endures through all of life's trials. Moreover, embodying wisdom in our daily lives serves as a powerful example to others. Our actions become a reflection of the Stoic virtues we strive to embody, and this can inspire those around us to pursue their own paths of wisdom. When we demonstrate calm, deliberate decision-making and thoughtful responses, we influence our environment positively, fostering a culture of reflection and intentionality. Consider your current approach to decision-making and life's challenges. Are you waiting for external validation, or for more years to pass before you feel equipped to act wisely? Instead, challenge this mindset and begin to integrate wisdom into your daily routine. Each moment is an opportunity to practice and embody the wisdom you aspire to achieve, transforming both your own life and the lives of those around you. Number 5. Act as if you own fortitude. Life's trials and tribulations are not mere obstacles to be overcome, but are instead the crucibles in which our inner strength is forged. Just as a blacksmith hammers iron into shape, so do these challenges refine our character and resilience. The philosopher Seneca, in his timeless wisdom, succinctly captured this notion. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. This insight invites us to view hardship not as a misfortune, but as a profound opportunity for personal growth and development. Picture fortitude as a powerful tool you already possess. Imagine, with unwavering conviction, that you have an inherent strength capable of overcoming any adversity. This belief is not a mere figment of imagination, but a powerful mental framework that can be cultivated. By acting as though you already embody this fortitude, you begin to align your actions with this conviction. Every challenge you face, every obstacle that comes your way, becomes an opportunity to demonstrate and reinforce this internal strength. When confronted with the inevitable difficulties of life, it's all too easy to succumb to feelings of overwhelm and doubt. Yet, when you maintain the mindset that you possess an unshakable fortitude, you fundamentally change how you perceive these challenges. Rather than viewing them as insurmountable barriers, you start to see them as tests of your inner strength and resolve. This shift in perspective transforms adversity from a source of fear into a proving ground for your resilience. Consider the myriad trials that punctuate everyday life. Be it demanding work deadlines, unexpected personal setbacks, or the myriad small struggles we face daily. Each of these instances presents a unique opportunity to practice and solidify your fortitude. When you approach these difficulties with a belief in your own strength, you are not merely enduring, you are actively engaging in the process of building and enhancing your resilience. Each challenge met with courage and determination adds a layer to your fortitude, making it more profound and unshakable. Seneca's analogy likens mental fortitude to physical strength. Both are developed through resistance and effort. Just as your body grows stronger through physical exertion and strain, so does your mind and spirit grow more resilient through overcoming difficulties. This perspective reframes every struggle as a vital component of your growth process. Each obstacle, therefore, is not a setback but a necessary resistance that fortifies your inner self. Adopting the mindset of already possessing fortitude requires a proactive stance towards adversity. It means approaching every challenge with the awareness that it is an opportunity to test and prove your strength. By consistently applying this belief, you not only prepare yourself for future challenges, but also cultivate a deep sense of confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This proactive approach ensures that you are not merely reacting to difficulties, but actively shaping your resilience. Number 6. Act as if you own humility. Humility, often misunderstood, is far more than a mere act of self-denial or passive submission. It is not about undervaluing our own worth or accomplishments. Rather, it is about understanding our place in a broader context and engaging with the world from a perspective that transcends personal ego. To act as if we own humility is to embody a state of awareness where our self-importance takes a back seat to a greater sense of purpose and communal well-being. At its core, humility involves a profound shift in how we perceive ourselves and our role in the world. It is not a matter of thinking less of ourselves, but of thinking of ourselves less. This shift requires us to move beyond self-centered concerns and to focus more on the impact of our actions on others. By doing so, we cultivate an attitude of respect and consideration that fosters deeper connections and more meaningful interactions. This transformation begins with acknowledging that while we may have strengths and achievements, we also possess limitations that are essential to our growth and development. Embracing humility demands a continuous practice of self-reflection and self-awareness. It involves regularly examining our motives, actions, and attitudes to ensure they align with a broader, more inclusive vision. This process is not about self-criticism, but about honest evaluation and growth. By recognizing our imperfections and limitations, we develop a more balanced perspective that allows us to approach challenges with resilience and adaptability. This balanced view helps us navigate complex situations with a sense of grace and dignity, knowing that our journey is one of continuous learning and improvement. To truly own humility is to transform how we relate to others. When we prioritize humility, we shift our focus from seeking personal validation to contributing to the collective good. This shift is reflected in our interactions, where we become more attuned to the needs and perspectives of those around us. By actively listening and valuing others' contributions, we create an environment of mutual respect and collaboration. This approach fosters stronger relationships and enhances our ability to work together towards common goals, ultimately leading to more harmonious and productive communities. Living with humility also involves a deep appreciation for the diverse experiences and viewpoints of others. It requires us to approach conversations and interactions with an open mind and a willingness to learn from those who have different perspectives. This openness not only broadens our own understanding, but also enriches our interactions with others. By valuing the insights and contributions of those around us, we build a foundation of trust and cooperation that strengthens our connections and supports a more inclusive and supportive environment. Incorporating humility into our daily lives elevates our sense of purpose and effectiveness. When we align our actions with values that transcend personal ambition, we contribute to a greater good that benefits not only ourselves, but also those around us. Number 7. Act as if you own patience. Impatience is often a manifestation of our inner unrest and a symptom of our struggle to trust the natural flow of life. When we rush, we resist the rhythm of existence, failing to recognize that every moment unfolds according to its own schedule. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, profoundly encapsulates this notion. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. This wisdom calls us to embrace patience as a fundamental part of our character, understanding that every delay and obstacle serves a purpose in the grand scheme of things. To act as if we already own patience means to cultivate an inner calm that remains undisturbed by external uncertainties. We envision ourselves as patient individuals, not merely waiting for time to pass, but actively engaging with it in a manner that reflects our trust in the process. This approach transforms time from a perceived enemy into an ally, helping us navigate life's challenges with a composed and confident demeanor. We recognize that our thoughts shape our reality, and by adopting a patient mindset, we influence our experiences in a more harmonious direction. Patience requires us to surrender control over outcomes and accept that some things are beyond our immediate influence. By doing so, we align ourselves with the natural order of things, understanding that each moment, whether pleasant or challenging, is a necessary part of our journey. This acceptance is not a passive resignation, but an active engagement with the present, allowing us to meet each situation with a serene and balanced approach. We trust that our actions, taken in a measured and thoughtful manner, will eventually yield the results we seek. As we practice patience, we learn to manage our expectations and temper our reactions to delays and setbacks. Instead of viewing these moments as interruptions, we begin to see them as opportunities for growth and reflection. This shift in perspective helps us maintain our inner peace and fosters a deeper sense of resilience. We come to appreciate that patience is not about waiting idly, but about actively participating in the unfolding of our lives with grace and understanding. In embracing patience, we also learn the art of discernment, knowing when to act and when to wait. This wisdom enables us to make more thoughtful decisions and approach challenges with a clear mind. By allowing ourselves to pause and reflect, we gain insights that might be missed in the haste of immediate action. This measured approach not only enhances our decision-making, but also strengthens our ability to cope with life's uncertainties. Furthermore, acting as if we own patience cultivates a sense of inner strength and confidence. We develop a belief in our ability to handle whatever comes our way, trusting that, in time, our efforts will bear fruit. This inner fortitude is a crucial aspect of Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of self-control and resilience in the face of adversity. By embodying patience, we reinforce our capacity to remain steadfast and composed, regardless of external circumstances. Number 8. Act as if you own courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the resolve to push forward despite it. When confronted with fear, many people freeze, waiting for a moment of bravery to overcome them. But true courage isn't something we stumble upon, it's something we cultivate by acting as though we already possess it. The Stoic philosopher Seneca reminds us, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that they are difficult. This powerful statement encapsulates the essence of courage. It's about daring to face the obstacles that intimidate us, not because we are fearless, but because we choose to act even when fear lingers in the background. When you act as if you own courage, you adopt a mindset that refuses to be paralyzed by fear. You step into the unknown, not with the expectation that everything will be easy, but with the understanding that the difficulty itself is what will shape you. Each challenge you face becomes an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you imagined. The act of stepping forward, even when fear grips your heart, is what transforms mere intention into true bravery. Courage is often seen as a grand, heroic trait, reserved for those who face extraordinary circumstances. However, courage is just as essential in our everyday lives. It's in the small moments, speaking up in a meeting, standing up for what you believe in, or making a difficult decision, that we demonstrate our ownership of courage. These acts might seem insignificant, but they are the very foundation upon which a courageous life is built. By consistently choosing to act with courage in the face of everyday fears, we build a reservoir of bravery that we can draw upon when larger challenges arise. Embracing courage also means accepting that fear is a natural part of life. Fear is not a sign of weakness, it is a signal that we are stepping outside our comfort zones, where growth happens. By acting as if we own courage, we redefine our relationship with fear. Instead of seeing it as a barrier, we begin to see it as a companion on our journey, a force that, when harnessed, propels us forward. This shift in perspective allows us to navigate life's uncertainties with a steadier heart and a clearer mind. Moreover, when we act with courage, we inspire those around us to do the same. Courage is contagious. When others see us confronting our fears, they too are encouraged to face their own. By embodying courage, we not only transform our own lives but also create a ripple effect that empowers others to break free from the chains of fear. This collective courage can lead to profound change, both in our personal circles and in the broader world. In the end, acting as if you own courage is about more than just overcoming fear. It's about living authentically. It's about aligning your actions with your values, even when it's uncomfortable or risky. By doing so, you create a life that is not dictated by fear, but is guided by purpose and conviction. This approach to life, one that embraces courage as a constant companion, leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment and a legacy of bravery that extends far beyond your individual actions. Number 9. Act as if you already own freedom. Freedom is often misunderstood as the ability to do whatever one pleases, to live without constraints, and to indulge in any desire that arises. But this notion is shallow and ultimately misleading. True freedom, as the Stoics understood it, is far more profound. It is not about external circumstances or the absence of restrictions. It is about mastery over oneself. Freedom is not the permission to follow whims, but the strength to rise above them. It is the internal power to govern one's thoughts, emotions, and actions, and to live in harmony with one's deepest values and principles. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus challenges us with a thought-provoking question. Is freedom anything else than the power to live as we wish? Nothing else. This question invites us to reflect deeply on what it truly means to live as we wish. For many, the answer is tangled in external conditions, wealth, status, recognition, and comfort. But these are fleeting and often beyond our control. The Stoics teach that to live as we truly wish is to live in alignment with our inner nature, free from the tyranny of external desires and fears. It is to live with the understanding that our true power lies within us, not in the circumstances that surround us. To act as if you already own freedom is to embrace the understanding that true liberty is an internal state. It is the realization that, regardless of external conditions, we have the power to choose how we respond to life's challenges. This is not about denying the reality of the world around us, but about asserting our sovereignty over our own minds and hearts. It is the recognition that while we may not control what happens to us, we have complete control over how we interpret and respond to those events. This control is the essence of true freedom. Living as though you own freedom requires a radical shift in perspective. It means understanding that the external world is not the source of your happiness or fulfillment. Instead, these come from within, from the choices you make and the principles you uphold. To own freedom is to reject the false promises of material wealth, social status, and fleeting pleasures. It is to recognize that these are traps that can enslave the mind and erode the spirit. True freedom is found in the ability to rise above these distractions, to live with purpose and clarity, guided by your inner wisdom. This inner freedom is not given freely. It must be cultivated through discipline, reflection, and consistent practice. It is the ability to maintain your composure in the face of adversity, to choose patience and understanding over anger and resentment, and to act with integrity even when no one is watching. It is the strength to resist the pull of immediate gratification and to pursue what is truly meaningful, even when the path is difficult. This kind of freedom is earned through the daily practice of self-mastery, through the ongoing effort to align your actions with your highest values. Number 10. Act as if you own your purpose. Life isn't a series of random events where we drift aimlessly, hoping to stumble upon a path that defines us. Instead, we choose to take command, acting as if we already possess our purpose. This mindset shifts us from mere passengers in life to active creators of our destiny. Purpose isn't something that lies hidden, waiting for us to find it. It's forged by the daily decisions we make, by the actions we take with intention and determination. Each day presents an opportunity to define our purpose through our actions. We are not passive recipients of fate. We are architects of our future. When we act with purpose, every choice, every step, every moment becomes a deliberate move toward the life we envision. By acting as if we already own our purpose, we transform abstract ideals into tangible realities. We begin to shape our world, not based on what we hope might happen, but on what we intend to create. Clarity of purpose isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Without it, we're vulnerable to the whims of circumstance, blown about by the winds of uncertainty. But when we act with purpose, we become anchored, grounded in our vision. We don't merely react to life's challenges, we approach them with a clear understanding of how they fit into our larger mission. This clarity doesn't just guide us, it empowers us to move forward with confidence and conviction. Living with intention means we consciously choose how we spend our time, energy, and resources. We no longer waste precious moments on distractions or trivial pursuits that don't align with our purpose. Instead, we focus our efforts on what truly matters, on the goals and values that resonate deeply within us. This disciplined approach to life ensures that we are always moving toward our purpose, even in the face of obstacles or setbacks. As we consistently act as if we own our purpose, we begin to internalize this belief. Our purpose becomes ingrained in our identity, influencing every thought, decision, and action. It becomes the lens through which we view the world, the standard by which we measure our success. This shift in mindset doesn't just give our lives direction, it infuses them with meaning and significance. When we live with purpose, we inspire others to do the same. Our actions serve as a beacon, guiding those around us to seek their own purpose with the same determination and clarity. We create a ripple effect, where our intentional living encourages others to find and pursue their own paths. In this way, acting as if we own our purpose not only transforms our lives but also positively impacts the lives of those we touch. Ultimately, to act as if we own our purpose is to take full responsibility for our lives. It's an acknowledgement that we are the authors of our story, capable of crafting a narrative that reflects our deepest values and aspirations. By living with purpose, we give our lives a depth and meaning that transcends the ordinary, allowing us to leave a lasting legacy in the world. In every moment of our lives, we are faced with a choice, a call to embody the virtues we desire, as if they are already ours. This is the essence of the Stoic way, a philosophy not for the faint of heart, but for those who seek to find true power and freedom. These qualities do not come from the external world, but from within ourselves. The Stoic journey is one of self-discovery and inner fortitude, where every step we take brings us closer to the ideal of the Stoic sage, a person who lives with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This path, however, is not easy. It demands that we act not based on how we feel in the moment, but as though we already possess the strength, wisdom, and calm we seek. It's a mental and spiritual exercise, a daily commitment to becoming the person we aspire to be. The Stoic does not wait for the right circumstances to arise, but creates those circumstances through their thoughts, actions, and perceptions. Each decision, each response to life's challenges is an opportunity to practice these virtues. As we walk this path together, it becomes clear that the pursuit of Stoicism is not about achieving perfection. It is about progress, becoming stronger, more resilient, and more in tune with our true selves. Every trial we face, every obstacle we overcome, is a stepping stone toward greater understanding and self-mastery. The Stoic recognizes that growth comes not from avoiding difficulties, but from confronting and embracing them as opportunities for development. The journey of Stoicism is not one we undertake alone. Though it is deeply personal, it is also a shared experience. By embracing the principles of Stoicism, we contribute to a community of like-minded individuals striving toward the same ideals. Our personal transformation has a ripple effect, influencing not just our lives but also the lives of those around us. In this way, we elevate not just ourselves but the world we inhabit. We must view this journey not as a distant goal, to be achieved someday, but as a present reality, a daily practice. The more we act as if we already embody these virtues, the more they become a part of who we are. This is the power of belief and practice combined. The more we live in alignment with Stoic principles, the more they shape our character and our actions. In acting as if we already possess these virtues, we bring them into existence. We do not merely hope to become wise, courageous, or just. We actively cultivate these qualities within ourselves. This transformation is gradual, yet profound. It changes how we see ourselves, how we interact with others, and how we navigate the world. It is a process of becoming, of continually refining and strengthening our character. Ultimately, this journey of self-improvement and virtue is one of the most rewarding paths we can take. It requires courage, perseverance, and a commitment to constant growth. But as we walk this path, we discover that the virtues we seek were within us all along, waiting to be awakened and brought to life through our actions and choices. This is the true essence of Stoicism, a philosophy that empowers us to become the best version of ourselves here and now.